And we're back. You probably missed a lot of shit, but it's okay. And I just kept going with it. And I know. All right, but this is it basically just had some more, more filler shit. But don't worry, we've got this. Okay. I apologize. Let's do this. Now, this guy, this is Lion. You know what I'm saying? He's of slender build, so he has, I guess, relatively average lungs capacity. Yo, Miss Majorano. Majorano. She tensed her eyes, narrowing with distrust. It's been, what, 7 months since I last saw you? But you look exactly the same. You've not changed a bit. Is that a good thing? Who can say? Some men like this. What the fuck? I'm not too partial. Though. I'm not too partial, though. So don't get your hopes up. As if I would. She sniffed, turning her snub nose up in the air. You look like you did the last... Oh, you look just like you did the last time I saw you, too. There are only a few differences. And what are those? I think you have more gray hairs. Ouch! He laughed. Feigning hurt, the man ran a hand through his hair. She really was an interesting girl, this Miss Rano. He'd always thought so. She wore white with demure ruffles, and though her arms and legs were angular, awkwardly, so her cheeks were still slightly round, her eyes a little too big, like an inquisitive child's. She didn't have a poison tongue though. That's supposed to be like, she didn't have a poison tongue though. Ha 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 ha. But it's a weird thing to read. You don't know the context, you know what I'm saying? But that's alright. We'll let it slide. We'll let it slide this time. I guess we're under the pretense of him. I guess we have his perception right now. So are we lying? That's all I can think right now. But let's continue. I really hope this isn't a weird game. I really hope she's a mage. I am really concerned. She was going to grow up with him to be an impressive woman. Alright? Of that line was sure. In that sense, this kind of job was a little sad. He hadn't wanted to do it. Not really, but it was easy money, and he wasn't one to turn down such an offer, even if he did feel sorry for her. Not that she wanted his sympathy, he could tell, judging by the way she looked at him. Make that glared. So, Miss Mayo, are you ready? Are you ready? You got your things popped? What does it look like? Yeah, I see your suitcase. I was just double checking. It's part of my job. Acting like my mother. What? Why not? I'm trying to show an interest. Do you really care about me? I'm being paid to, sweetie. So you brought your toothbrush, toothpaste, night gear, underwear? Don't talk about my underwear. Oh, sorry. Suppose I have. How many times do you talk about other people's underwear, bro? You must have some disgusting habits. And I already told you I'm fine. You don't need to fuss. But your suitcase looks small. So, you sure you brought enough? I don't have many things to bring. If you say so. And are you sure you want to come with me? Do I have a choice? Of course you have a choice. You always have a choice. You're old enough to decide what you want, aren't you? But you won't get paid if I refuse. Them's the breaks, I'm afraid. Then why are you giving me an option? Isn't it in your best interest if I go with you? So you gotta come with me to make my life easier? That's awfully sweet of you. Don't get me wrong. I'm not doing it for you. I just don't care what happens. One way or the other. A dangerous attitude to have. Don't you have an important exam coming up? You'll miss it. I can always retake next year. You're that desperate to stay with your uncle, huh? He lives all the way over in Nice. And you hardly know the guy. You probably know me better than you know him. Maybe, but... She tried to remain cool, but Lion saw it. He had sharp eyes, and he was good at picking out details other people did not. She was trembling. It was blisteringly hot, hot enough to make the ground itself perspire, but she was still shaking. She did not want to go with him. He could see that plainly, as plain as a little snub nose in the center of her face. Why then was she agreeing to this? Wish I wouldn't have to say no. She made that quite apparent. But maybe she didn't have the willpower. Maybe she was sick of South Italy. There were bad memories here. Her parents' divorce, her family's feud, her father's death. She wanted to escape. But running away would only get her so far. Lai knew she was making a mistake, and probably knew she was making a mistake too. There was no reason for her to live with her uncle. He had nothing to offer her, and she had everything to lose. Her friends, her grades, her future. But she was beyond caring. Jeez, what am I going to do with you, Miri? Already giving nicknames, man. We only started. It's only like 5 minutes in, like 6 minutes in. Like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even. We didn't even let the pot get hot yet, man. It's like 7 minutes already. You know what I'm saying? Calm it down. You know, like you can't just go straight up to nicknames already. But you know what? I think you're hot enough that you probably can do it anyway, because you can just do that. You know what I'm saying? I've tried and failed multiple times. I've tried to give start nicknames, but it really either doesn't stick or I just end up looking like an idiot. But because when I give a girl a nickname, it's basically like, oh, what's up, girlfriend, and then it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out for me, and we can see why it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? It provides different connotations for each person to get it, and it's just not a good way. I don't know why I keep doing it. I just really scared. Anyway, but the girl standing before him wasn't Miri anymore. She was worlds apart from the shy, shrinking Violet she had been 10 years ago, hiding behind her mother's skirt and clutching Clementine in her arms. Childhood friend, nickname. That makes sense, though. I get what you're saying there. You saved yourself, but you probably could have, got past it anyway because of the looks, though. I understand, though. It's all right. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good, bruh. You got it. You got it. She was Mirelle.